We bring you live here inside Southside Ice Arena for this rivalry edition of Cougar Puck Radio. My name is Reagan Cleaves, and alongside Gabe Groh, we are happy to bring you all the action tonight between your Catholic Central Cougars and their cross-arena rival, the Bulldogs of Byron Center. If you've missed any action this season, be sure to catch up with Cougars Rewind, and you can find those in the highlights playlist on our YouTube page. I'd like to thank Mr. Jim Lantu for helping me get set up for this broadcast. The Cougars took the ice last Saturday against the Forest Hills Northern Eastern Hawks Huskies. Forest Hills came out hard and fast, scoring 4 in the first 2 frames of the game, while goaltender Brendan Bogema shut the door for Forest Hills. In the final frame, Danny Nelson as well as Ben Clay scored for the Cougars, but that was not enough as the game ended with a score 5-2 in favor of the Hawks Huskies. Sophomore Lucas Chalfoun made 21 saves in the loss for the Cougars. Now let's take a look ahead at tonight's matchup between the Cougars and the Bulldogs. The Cougars entering tonight with a record of 9-6-0 and are looking at a quick game homestand with the next games being next weekend in the Catholic Showcase. The Bulldogs, sitting at top of the OK Fisher division, have an amazing record of 12-3-0 in just their second season as a club. They are coming off a 12-0 demolition of the Northview Wildcats, who still have not won a game this year. Now we turn to the rosters for each team. For Catholic Central, number 1, Lucas Chalfoun. Number 2, Zachary Stevens. Number 6, Alec Golombeski. Number 7, Harvey Holloman. Number 8, Ben Clay. Number 9, Nathan Rubline. Number 10, Kevin Patterson. Number 11, Connor Rollins. Number 12, Jake Onstadt. Number 13, Ryan Rollins. Number 15, Gabe Silva. Number 18, Danny Nelson. Number 19, Zach Grabowski. Number 21, Galen Byrne. Number 22, Trevor Rubline. Number 23, Hogan Weirda. Number 26, Kimball Sullivan. Number 28, Sam Schwerking. Number 31, Brendan Shively. And finally, number 41, Ryan McClellan. The Cougars are coached by Mike Slobodnik, who is assisted by Dave Adams and Mike Binsky. Now we take a look at Byron Center here. Number 1, Tyler Bilesma. Number 2, Nico Babinek. Number 3, Keegan Pratt. Number 4, Tanner Moore. Number 5, Jack Collard. Number 6, Justin Savigny. Number 7, Nick Sheffers. Number 8, Jake Froisland. Number 9, Josh Froisland. Number 10, Logan Davis. Number 11, Trevor Davis. Number 12, Rory Myers. Number 3, Carson Vincent. Number 14, Will DeVries. Number 15, Ryan Kovacic. Number 6, Jacob Olson. Number 7, Luke Nicholas. Number 9, Ryan Pratt. Number 22, Mason Breet. Number 24, Logan Claremont. And finally, number 30, Levi Saul. The Bulldogs are coached by Taylor Keyworth and assisted by Stephen Flood. Players to watch tonight for the Cougars, Jake Onstadt, who comes into tonight with 16 assists and 23 points. For Byron Center, listen for Jake Froisland, who has 14 goals and 35 points this year and has 1 hat trick. Scratches tonight, one notable for the Cougars, Case Balk is out with a torn rotator cuff. When we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups for both teams and the national anthems. You're listening to Cougar Puck Radio.
Danny Nelson. I'm the founder of the Beer Hugs for Kids. Now, Mr. Kennedy, how are you? I'm the founder of the Beer Hugs for Kids Foundation, and I just want to thank all of you, all the alumni here, for coming out tonight for a great cause. When I first dreamt up this idea 3 years ago as a sophomore, this is exactly what I imagined. So, thanks for helping out the community and making this dream come true. Teaming up with us the last 2 years has been the Billy Bear Hug Foundation, which is in memory of Charlie Wonder Jim, or Billy Wonder Jim, ran by Charlie Wonder Jim, who was a CC hockey captain, just like my buddy Jake Onstock, who was on their youth advisory board.
Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. It's such a great event, such a great opportunity for all of us to come together as a community and help make a difference in the lives of many kids who are battling life-threatening illnesses. I'm on the youth advisory board through the Billy Bear Hug Foundation. We as a youth board get to create care packages and distribute teddy bears to kids all over West Michigan, and being part of that is just such an honor and humbling experience. This all was started by Charlie Wonder Jim. Charlie started this in honor of his brother Billy, who passed away in 2010. Billy was a member of the Catholic Central Cougars team and was a captain here. He provided so much care and comfort to his community, and it's such an honor to carry on his legacy here. So thank you guys so much for coming out. All these beer that you guys are going to throw tonight are going to go to children that are battling life-threatening illnesses, and these bears really do mean the world to them. They get them through their long hours at the hospital and all their treatments. So thank you guys so much for being here and helping carry on Billy's legacy.
One last word. Big thanks to the captain of Byron Center's hockey team, Jake Froysen, for helping us out, set it up. Thanks to all the Byron team here today. Because of that, no matter who scores the first goal, all bears will be tossed after the first goal. So even if you're a little bitter, go ahead and chuck that bear, right? Go CC.
Before the holidays, the students at Byron Center High School and Byron Center West Middle School put on a joint fundraising effort, which raised $2,200 to provide the cure of comfort to children in our community. Byron Center's Student Life and Leadership thanks the students, teachers, and families who helped raise money for this great cause. On behalf of the student body at Byron Center High School and West Middle School, student representatives Jake Kudelek and Elena Rusticus are pleased to present this check to Billy Bear Hug. Accepting the check on behalf of the Billy Bear Hug are board members Kevin Wood, Matt French, and Charlie Wonderjet. Thank you, Byron Center, for your participation in tonight's event. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Southside Ice Arena for tonight's hockey game between the Bulldogs of Byron Center and the Cougars of Catholic Central. High school sports has everything to do with respect. Byron Center and Catholic Central expect all spectators and participants to show respect toward each other as well as our officials. We first place tonight's competition in proper perspective by pausing for prayer. Thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. Thank you for the ability to participate today, whether as a player, coach, official, or spectator. Keep us mindful that our abilities are gifts from you. Open the minds of these athletes to play with pride in themselves, their family, and their school, and perform with the highest respect for their worthy opponent. We also ask that you, Lord, bless these teddy bears tonight and watch over all those that will receive them and keep them in your loving heart. As always, we do this in your name. Amen. Now let's make the starting players for both schools. First, the guests on the scoreboard, the Byron Center Bulldogs. Starting at defense, number 14, Will DeVries. On defense, number 15, Ryan Kovacic. And forward, number 2, Nico Bevanek. And forward, number 4, Tanner Moore. And forward, number 12, Rory Myers. Starting in goal for the Bulldogs, number 30, Levi Saul. The Bulldogs are coached by Taylor Keyworth, assisted by Stephen Flood. And now, for your Catholic Central Cougars, on defense, number 9, Nathan Rubin. On defense, number 6, Alec Golubieski. And forward, number 8, Ben Clay. And forward, number 19, Zach Grabowski. And a forward, number 28, Sam Sugarking. Starting in goal for the Cougars, number 41, Ryan McClellan. Mike Slovakic, assisted by Dave Evans and Mike Binsky. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand and remove your caps. And join in singing our national anthem along with Kara Bird, a CC sophomore, as we honor our country and the men and women who proudly defend it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Stellar job there by Ms. Kara Byrne, a sophomore at Catholic Central. Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders tonight for the visiting Byron Center Bulldogs. They'll send out Levi Stahl, who's played in 11 games, has a record of 8-3-0, goals against average of 2.35, and a save percentage of .885. For the Cougars, they send out regular starter Ryan McClelland, who's played in 11 games, compiling a record of 7-4-0. Goals against average of 2.85 and a save percentage of 8.6. Well, we've got 17 minutes on the clock here for the first period of play. Cougars will go right to left on your radio dial, wearing their home whites with blue shoulders, yellow and blue trim. Byron Center will go from left to right, wearing black jerseys, yellow shoulders, orange shoulders, and we are underway here in Southside Ice Arena. Bulldogs control on the far side. They battle for it there. Cougars take that away. That'll be Clay. Tries to get around the defense, but Kovacic knocks that away, and the Byron Center Bulldogs control at center. They play it there along the half wall. They move in. Taken by the Cougars down into the right wing corner. They wrap that around. That'll be Clay to play it there along the boards. Challenged by Moore. They put that behind. The Cougars have that once more. Along the half wall. They'll shoot that all the way down far enough for icing. So with 16:23 remaining here in the first period of play, Cougars and Byron Center Bulldogs scoreless thus far. Less than a minute here into the game. Draw will come to the right wing circle in the Cougars zone. It'll be number 10, Logan Davis, in for the draw against Jacob Onstad. Won by the Bulldogs. Pratt, a long shot. McClellan run into behind, right in front. Now the puck squirts it out in front. Now Nelson speeds up the left wing into the zone. He's bumped off the puck by number 3, Pratt. They still battle for it there behind, along the half wall, near side. Holloman in there along with Nelson. That's Logan Davis there for the Bulldogs as they wrap that around. That'll go to the right wing corner. Up along the half wall, that'll be number 22, Bright. Battling for it there with 2 other teammates, and the Bulldogs come out of that. They're up the ice. That's poked away by Nelson. That's chipped at right at center. Now gives near side to Davis. He'll fire that in. Gloved by McClellan. And that will be Weirda behind the net to play it. Gives it over to Patterson. Holloman tries to deflect that past Collard, but doesn't go. That'll go all the way back into the right wing corner. Weirda, backhand pass to Patterson, who controls in the corner. He tries to chip that up, kept in by Collard at the point. They put that down behind that. That'll be number 17, Nicholas. Nicholas, pass up to the point, doesn't go, and that'll go all the way back. Or Collard will play it in his own zone, taken by Sova. Sova puts that behind Collard to play it, taken by Sova once more. Now that is Rollins. Rollins has the puck taken by Sova. Knocked off the puck by Froisland. Up at the point, Cougars have that. That's Stevens will wrap that around to the near point, or to near half wall. Battle for it there, taken by Byron Center. That's number 9, Josh Froiland. He'll dump that behind. McClellan out of his net to play it. 14:30 remaining here in the first period of play. Scoreless so far. Byron Center controls in their own zone. They dump that off the boards. Stevens tipped it. No icing there. Behind the net, Golombeski is taken down. They have that. Player slips down, and that's Babinek. Battles for it along the half wall, and the Cougars control. Long stretch pass doesn't go, and it's a race for the puck. Kovacic will get it, challenged by Clay. Gorbowski dumps that behind the net. Weirda. Battle for it there. That'll be number 2, Babinek. Gives cross ice to Kovacic. Weirda knocked off the puck, and Byron Center has a chance. That's number 12, Myers. Myers shot wide of the net. Myers still controls. Centering pass. Blocked, and that'll go to the right wing corner. Battle for it there. Cougars come out with the puck. That'll be dumped into neutral ice where Kovacic will get it. It's taken by the Cougars at center. They'll dump that in. No icing there. Number 14, Will DeVries. Back to play it for the Bulldogs. They wrap that around. Number 22, Breed couldn't control, and here comes Byron Center, lost an edge. That'll be number 8, Jake Froisland. Dumps that into the left wing corner. Number 10, Logan Davis to get that. He shot one on goal wide. That'll ricochet out, all the way out to neutral ice. Trevor Davis in his own end. Tries to give that up to Froisland, and that'll go all the way down to the Cougars. Then Golombeski back to play it. Backhand pass taken by Froisland. Nelson controls. Have that bounce pass off the boards up to Onstadt. Onstadt. Pass to Galen Byrne. Couldn't go. Right. Centering pass couldn't get by goaltender Levi Saul. Now a long shot from the point turned aside. And Bulldogs have it. Pass up. That will go all the way down for icing with 12:26 remaining. Scoreless thus far. Here in the first period of play between the Cougars and the Byron Center Bulldogs. Tonight is the Teddy Bear Toss. After the first goal is scored, Teddy Bears will be thrown on the ice by all fans. Proceeds of that will go to the Bear Hugs Foundation. Danny Nelson's own foundation now off the draw. Sova taken to the boards by Collard. Up to the point to Weirda. Weirda at the left wing point puts that behind. On the right wing half wall. Cougars battle for it there. That looks to be Benjamin Clay up at the point. A long shot by Stevens. Tipped through. Weirda has it. We'll put that down into the right wing corner. Collard there to get it for the Bulldogs. Poked up. And that'll be number 19, Pratt. Penalty forthcoming. Here is Weirda touches up. We have a penalty. First penalty of the afternoon. 11:47 in. Remaining here in the first period of play. High sticking is the call on the Cougars, so Byron Center will head to the power play. Here in this first period, that penalty is on number 13, Ryan Rollins. Draw will go to the left wing circle. Number 10, Logan Davis in for the draw, won by the Cougars. Golombeski will wrap that around. That'll be Nelson in the half-wall student section. Blocking my view, and the Cougars dump that down. Nelson in a race for the puck with Josh Floysland. Battle for it there, 1-on-2. Now 3-on-1 for the Bulldogs, and they come out with that. Trevor Davis. Here's the announcement on the penalty. So Onstadt steals that at penalty. Up at neutral ice, shot on goal, turned aside by the blocker of Saul. Now they have that behind the net. Do the Bulldogs. That'll be number 11, Trevor Davis. Moves that up to his brother, Logan Davis. They'll dump that behind McClellan. 11 minutes remaining here in the first period. Byron Center on a power play. Cross-ice pass. Now return pass intended for Davis. Couldn't be controlled, though. They battle for that in the right wing circle. Now have that up at the point. That'll be number 4. More long shot. Turned aside by McClellan. That'll pop out to the right wing circle. Cougars will dump that down. Holloman. That hit Weirda. And they'll go in. That'll be number 11, Trevor Davis. Kept in at the point by Clay, but Byron Center has it 3-on-2. That's Moore. Moore. Cross-ice pass now. A return pass for Moore. He couldn't handle that. Now number 17, Nicholas. Nicholas taken by the Cougars, and they've got to break the other way. Clay couldn't get around the defense. And number 15, Kovacic. Cross-ice pass to number 2, Babinak, who will put that down. 20 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Byron Center. Number 14, DeVries will put that down. The Cougars behind the net. Battle for it. They're taken by Weirda. Weirda will bounce it off the board. It's kept in by DeVries. Blocked. Shot by the stick of Nelson, and the Cougars will dump that down. And that will do it for the man advantage. That'll be Kovacic to play it up the wing. Babinak couldn't handle that. And the Cougars. Nelson has that taken away. And Jake Floysland will play that. Myers dumps that behind, all the way to the right wing half wall. Cougars battling for it. Now, Bulldogs retreat to center ice, picked off by Onstad, who lost it to number 8, Jake Floysland. Now here's number 4, Moore. Moore tries to get around the defense, but doesn't. As Nelson will clear that all the way down. That'll be number 3, Keegan Pratt. Taken away. Here's Onstad. Onstad into the slot. Poked away by Pratt. Oh, my goodness. What a great defensive play there by Pratt. Now Byron Center controls. That was Catholic Central's really first good scoring chance in the first frame of play. Now number 3, Keegan Pratt will play that around to number 11, Davis. That'll be Clay to play it there. Battle for that along. That'll be Golombeski in the left wing corner. Battles for it there. Has it taken away by Davis. Davis gives it up to number 7, Sheppers. Sheppers kept it at the point by Cougars. Block shot goes to Trevor Davis, and he'll dump that all the way down. That will be far enough for icing with 8:23 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars and Byron Center Bulldogs tied at 0 thus far. Draw will come to the right of Levi Saul, the Byron Center goalkeeper. For the Cougars, it'll be Gabe Silva in for the draw. One by the Cougars and a quick shot by Rollins. That'll come out to neutral ice. Cougars dump that in offsides. So the Bulldogs will retreat into their own zone to play it. Stretch pass picked off by the Cougars as a turnaround slap shot by Nathan Rubline is knocked into the Cougars zone. Off the glass, Silva puts that down behind the net into the left wing corner. They battle for that along the right wing half wall. Far side, Silva puts that up to the point. Long shot on goal, turned aside, and a rebound in the slot. Big save by Saul there. And now number 9, Josh Freusland, will dump that in. Number 2, Babinek to play that with Rubline. Behind the net, Cougars come up with that. They move up the left wing wall. Off the boards. Rollins can't get to that. Now number 15, Kovacic. Pass picked off. Be able to kept in by the Cougars. That'll be Nelson. Onside. Cross-ice pass to Grabowski. A shot centered. And that'll go to the left wing corner. That'll be Kovacic. Behind that, it has that stolen by Nelson. Nelson walks up to the right wing circle. Centering pass right in front. Shot and they score! That went through! And here come the Teddy Bears out of the stands! What a big goal as the puck popped off Saul's pads. Right. And he had a shot. Cougars shot it from the right wing circle. Left wing circle. It skittered through Saul, and the Cougars have the first goal of the game with 6:56 remaining here in the first period. It is 1-0 Cougars. That was a pass. Pass came from the right wing. From the right wing circle, cross ice pass to the left wing circle. Shot skittered through Saul. So we'll have a bit of a break here as Teddy Bears cleaned up off the ice. Plentiful from both sides. As the Cougars jump out on top here early, getting only their 9th goal in the first period all season, as the teams down below picking up all of the Teddy Bears. Bountiful supply. As I mentioned before, proceeds will go to Danny Nelson's Bear Hugs Foundation. That goal came on just Catholic Central's 4th shot of the game. So once we get all the Teddy Bears picked up here, and the draw will be at center ice on the CC logo. That looks to be Jake Onstadt's goal, as he got the feed from across the ice by Danny Nelson. So the two captains connecting on that goal for the Cougars. So they're getting all the Bears off down in the left wing corner. So it is 1-0 Cougars, 6:56 remaining. Draw will come to center ice. Goaltenders ready after The ice was littered with teddy bears. After that Cougars goal, Jake Onstadt got that. Put it past Saul, who had a hard time controlling it. It squeaked by him. So we are ready for action once more. It'll be Grabowski in for the draw, won by Byron Center. That'll be Logan Davis. Cross-ice pass. They'll dump that into the Cougars zone. Centering pass picked off by Davis. They put that back in. And the Cougars, here's the announcement on the goal.
12, Jake Onstadt. Assisted by number 7, Harvey Holloman. Onstadt from Holloman.
Now as Holloman as a penalty is coming up. Cross check. Here was Holloman who had the cross-ice feed. As a penalty is coming up here to number 11, Trevor Davis for the Bulldogs. 6:32 remaining. 2 minutes for cross-checking the penalty on Davis. Draw will come to the right wing circle in the defensive zone of the Bulldogs. It'll be Onstadt, won by the Cougars. They have it up the point. Cross-ice to Weirda. Weirda gives it back to the near side. Back up to Weirda. Weirda at the point. Long shot tipped on goal. Saved by Saul there. Now they put that up. That'll be Cougars in neutral ice. Drop pass to Nelson. They dump that in. Right on Saul and hold cover. 1:35 remaining on the penalty to Davis. Spartan Graphics power play here. Draw will be once again dug in the right wing circle. The offensive zone of the Cougars. Onstadt wins the draw up to the point. Nelson back down to Clay. Clay off the boards. Center controls. They chip that out, and here they come shorthanded. That'll be Davis. Davis can't get around Nelson as he goes to the right wing boards. They'll put that behind Weirda. 1:18 remaining here on the man advantage for the Cougars. Onstadt gives behind to Hogan Weirda. Hogan Weirda back up to Onstadt. He's streaking up the right wing. Gives near side to Clay. Clay into the circle. Centering pass taken by Nelson. Cross-ice pass. Another return pass narrowly wide of Saul's net as Onstadt. Onstadt shot on goal. Tipped in front. Battle for it there. Taken by number 15, Kovacic. We'll dump that all the way down. 45 remaining here on the penalty to Trevor Davis for cross-checking. Cougars behind the net. That looks to be Kevin Patterson. Patterson moves up, picked off. Did Byron Center that pass, and they'll put that down behind McClellan. 23 seconds remaining on this power play for the Cougars. They'll motor up the center ice. Here's Silva, Gabe Silva. Drop pass to Rollins, a shot wide that ricochets all the way up to the point where the Cougars have it. That'll be Silva, cross-checked against the right wing boards. 5 seconds remaining. That'll pop out into neutral ice, and here comes number 12, Myers. Myers has the puck poked away. Bulldogs return to full strength. Collard couldn't control at the point, and he'll dump that down the Cougars. Battle for it there. Student section blocking my view down below. Number 5, Jack Collard in the defensive zone, gives it up to Babanek. Babanek tries to get it off the boards to get past Rubline, but can't as they battle for it along the right wing boards. That moves out to center ice. Onstadt can't get around number 14, DeVry, and they'll chip that in. DeVry to go get that. For the Cougars, that's Golembeski. Cougars have it there. 3:53 remaining. Cougars can't get behind the defense, and that'll be number 10, Logan Davis. Gives cross ice to DeVry. DeVry back to Davis. Davis into the right wing. Tries to put that on goal, but that deflects wide. Number 22, Bright to get it there. They'll put that down behind. 3:33 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars leading 1-0. Onstadt has it in his own zone. Goes up to neutral ice, gives it to Holloman. Holloman pass over to Nelson. Nelson pulls up. Double teamed along the far half wall. Still battling for it there. Nelson with number 3, Pratt. Nelson still has it. Tries to get that up. Still battling for it there. 2-on-1 as we have a stoppage of play. 3:02 remaining here. Cougars leading 1-0 over the Byron Center Bulldogs. Draw will come up to neutral ice off that stoppage of play. Won by the Bulldogs. Here comes Trevor Davis. Weirda back in his own end to play it. He'll give that up to the left wing half ball. Cross ice pass. Catches Schwerking. Schwerking tries to dump that in behind Saul. Element number 15, Kovacic. Out of four and along the far corner. Cougars have it. That's Grabowski. Grabowski backhands that into the corner. Schwerking to go get that for the Cougars. 2:33 remaining. Picked up by the Bulldogs off the boards. Weirda is beaten. Here comes number 24, Claremont. Claremont, a shot deflected wide. The Cougars picked that up. 2:20 remaining. Here in the first period of play. Cougars leading 1-0. Now Schwerking might have a chance, but he's beaten to the puck by Byron Center, and they chip that down into the Cougar zone off the boards to Schwerking. Schwerking picks it up. He'll dump that in. No icing as he was across the red line. Saul out of his net to play it. Cougars. Sova behind the net with Josh Foisland. They battle for that in the right wing corner. That'll come up to Grabowski at the near point. That'll be taken by Rollins. Rollins, a shot blocked, and now lay in front of shot. Saul had a hard time controlling that. 1:50 remaining. Still 1-0 Cougars. Sova will backhand that in on Saul. Out wide is it to play that. And I'll cover with 1:37 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars leading 1-0 over the Bulldogs. Draw off that cover will come to the right side of the Bulldogs' defensive zone for the draw off the tie-up. That'll go into the corner, number 14, DeVry. Taken by the Cougars. Up to the point to Golombeski. Golombeski's shot laid in front. And number 12, Rory Myers will come up with that. That'll be taken by the Cougars. Picked off. Here's Moore. Moore can't get a shot off. He's taken to the boards. Wanting a call. None forthcoming as Nelson falls down in an attempt to grab a pass. Pratt off the boards. Then picked off by Nelson, who's in turn picked off by Byrne. Byrne, a shot. That'll deflect up into the corner. Number 14, DeVry behind the net. 1 minute remaining here in the opening frame. Cougars leading 1-0 over their rival Byron Center Bulldogs. They'll Cougars chip that into the left wing corner up into the netting. 53 and 1/10 second remaining. First period of play. Draw will come all the way out to neutral ice. Near side, near left dot. In the neutral zone, it'll be Grabowski to dig in with Davis. Won by Davis. Byron Center controls in their own zone. That'll be Trevor Davis. Cross ice pass. Two Cougars ran into each other. That was Schwerking and Clay. Now pass near side to Davis. Davis across the line. Long shot on goals. Turned aside. Long now a scramble in front. Cougars couldn't control. And here comes Schwerking. Schwerking bumped off the puck. That'll be Clay. Clay couldn't handle that. 28 remaining. That'll be Schwerking. Schwerking tries to spin around pass. Now a one-timer saved. That came courtesy of Nathan Rubline as that will go all the way into the Cougar zone. 18 remaining. Rubline gives cross ice. Looks for the return, but that's right in on McClellan, who'll dump that behind into the right wing corner. Battle for it there. Pops out to Davis. Davis, a long-range shot gobbled up into the chest of McClellan. 3.5 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars leading 1-0 over the Byron Center Bulldogs. That draw will come to the left of McClellan. One final chance for them, the Byron Center Bulldogs, to get a goal here. Draw one into the corner, and that will do it here for the first period of play as after one, the Cougars lead 1-0 over the Byron Center Bulldogs. When we come back, we'll have all the first period stats, and we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back here, Radio Rinkside and Southside Ice Arena. The Catholic Central Cougars right now lead the Byron Center Bulldogs by a score of 1-0 after one. Shots in that first period, 12-4 in favor of Catholic Central. Face-offs 7-5. Both teams went 0 for 1 on the power play, but the Cougars broke the scoreless tie, 10-04 into the first period. Jake Onstadt got a cross-ice feed from Harvey Holloman. Saul had the original shot, but it trickled through, giving the Cougars and Bulldogs a heck of a time cleaning up the teddy bears that spilled onto the ice after that. Penalties. Cougars' Ryan Rollins went off at 5:13 for 2 minutes for high sticking, while Trevor Davis went off 2 minutes for cross-checking at 10:28. Goaltenders, Levi Saul made 11 saves on 12 shots thrown at him, while Ryan McClellan stopped all 4 that Byron Center forced his way. Now let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Griffins playing the Ice Hogs in Rockford tonight. 12:48 remaining in the first. In that one, 0-0. Ice Hogs are 0 for 1 on the power play. Shots favor the Griffins 4-2. Detroit Red Wings playing tonight against the Calgary Flames. That game will start at 9 o'clock. This is the only game going on for the Cougars tonight in the Athletics. That will just about do it here for the first intermission report. When we come back, the Cougars will take the ice leading 1-0 against the Byron Center Bulldogs. We'll have all the action of the second period coming up next. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside, here in Southside Ice Arena, where the Cougars, after one period of play, lead the Byron Center Bulldogs by a score of 1-0. Teams filling the benches across the way. Cougars in this period will go left to right on your radio dial, wearing their home whites, while Byron Center will go from right to left, wearing their road blacks. 17 minutes is on the clock. Ryan McClellan in net to my right. Levi Saul in net to my right. 17 minutes on the clock. Teams ready at center. Grabowski and Myers in for the draw, and we are underway here in the second period of play. Draw, that'll go all the way back into the Cougars zone. Rubline to play it. Off the boards, picked off by Trevor Davis. He'll dump that behind McClellan, who's out of his net to play it behind. Cougars dump that around. Clay on the near point. Gives it up, and here comes Schwerking. Schwerking down the right wing. Pulls up. Centering pass to nobody in particular. The Cougars control at the point. Long range shot got through. That went wide. Now Byron Center looks to come up. That'll be number 4, Moore. Moore can't get around Grabowski. Golombesky will dump that around. Schwerking to play it there with Rubline. Rubline, big hit. Got checked hard by the Bulldog cross ice. Now Schwerking across the line, right side. He's into the corner. They battle for it there. Penalty coming. 16:01 remaining. 59 seconds have elapsed here. It is a penalty on the Byron Center Bulldogs. Looks to be number 3, Keegan Pratt, to go off. Referees and linesmen having a conference across the way right in front of PA announcer Jim Lanto. In the scorer's table. And the last draw will come to the left of Saul in the right wing circle. Once we get the verdict on the call. They have it delivered. So 16:01. Referee to explain to Taylor Keyworth, 5-minute major on number 3, Keegan Pratt. It'll be all you can eat for the Cougars if they can score. Not sure what the penalty was exactly, but it's a 5-minute major, and I'm assuming a 10-minute misconduct. Draw, it'll be Onstadt in for the draw with Trevor Davis. One by the Bulldogs. They'll wrap that around. That'll be number 8. Jake Freusland will dump that down into the Cougars. Here's the announcement on the penalty.
5 minutes for check from behind and 10-minute misconduct.
So 5-minute major and a 10-minute misconduct. As I said earlier, Cougars can score all they want in this power play. It will be a full 5 minutes. They dump that down. Tipped, no icing. Saul behind his net to play it. That'll be kept in masterfully at the point. That'll be Onstadt. Onstadt puts that behind Grabowski to play it. That bounced out in front. And Bulldogs control and send that all the way down. 4:15 remaining. Onstadt into the zone. Pulls up. Looks to give to Nelson, and that'll squeak into the corner. That'll be Grabowski. Grabowski held along the boards. 4 minutes remaining in the man advantage for the Cougars. Fished out. Picked off by number 12, Rory Myers. And Bulldogs have a chance on 3-on-2. Cross ice pass to number 15. Now back to number 12. A shot. Big save by McClellan as Moore goes tumbling into the net behind McClellan as the Cougars have that stolen. That'll go up into neutral ice, but Byron Center flings that down on McClellan. 3:30 remaining in the man advantage for the Cougars behind the net. They hold. That'll be Nelson. Bounce pass over the right wing half wall for the Cougars. They come out with that stretch pass picked off by the Cougars. They dump that down. Patterson chased by Freusland into his own end. Patterson knocked off the puck, but Cougars lose control. That'll be Nathan Rubline. Cougars have got to get something going on this power play. barely had any zone time thus far. That'll be Patterson to put that around to the near half wall. Byron Center putting up a dogfight, pardon the pun. As it's picked off, knocked away, and here comes Davis. Davis, a long shot, ripped that wide. Not kept in at the point by Kovacic. Now the Cougars, if they want to get something going, need to establish some puck possession nonetheless. Here comes Onstadt up center. He walks into the circle, pulls up in the left wing. Holds there, looking up the point, gives it down. That looks to be Clay. Cross ice to Weirda. Weirda can't handle it at the point, and that'll trickle out to neutral ice. They jam that back down into the Byron Center zone. Off the boards, McClellan to knock that to his defenseman. 1:28 remaining. Cougars have no shots here on this power play. Onset steaming up the wing. Gets around the defense. Cross ice pass. They couldn't get a handle on that. My goodness, Onstadt had the cross ice pass to Clay, who couldn't play it, as Nelson has it up, and here come number 12, Myers. Myers, cross ice pass, picked off by Nelson. 1:05 remaining. Weird up in the left wing in the left wing corner. Has it for the Cougars. He's marching up ice. Puts that down behind the net. Levi Saul out to play it. That'll be Nelson. Nelson, cross ice to Weirda. Weirda, wrister shot. That's deflected wide. Again, that's Schwerking. Schwerking, backhand pass. That's to number 19, Grabowski. Grabowski to play it there. Battle for it in the corner, 2-on-2, 33 seconds remaining. And Bulldogs once more shoot that all the way down the ice. 27 seconds. Cougars have done absolutely nothing on this 5-minute man advantage, which is about 20 seconds until it expires. Dump that down. That'll be Rollins to go and play that there. 8 seconds to go on the man advantage. Bulldogs once more dump that down, and that will just about do it for the 5-minute major. And the Bulldogs return to full strength. Cougars couldn't get anything done on that power play. That was now number 24, Claremont. Claremont has it once more. That will go hand pass in the offensive zone. That will go all the way back into the Bulldog zone. Cougars couldn't get any puck possession inside the Bulldog zone on that 5-minute major. Granted, 10-minute misconduct still being served across the way by Keegan Pratt. Draw to the left of Saul. Logan Davis calling out of the face-off circle. His brother, number 7, Sheppers, comes in, and a long shot from the point deflects up. A battle for that in front, and it's covered by Levi Saul with 10:40 remaining. (1-0) Cougars lead over the Byron Center Bulldogs. Jake Onstadt got the go-ahead goal thus far, and he digs in the right wing circle. Cougars off the draw. Stuff attempt doesn't go, and now number 7 Sheppers is tripped up, and the Bulldogs have a power play coming up as another tripping coming up for the Cougars, and they'll go on their second penalty kill of the night. Looks to be Zach Stevens going off. 10:30 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars leading 1-0. 2 minutes for tripping, the call on Zach Stevens. Number 10, Logan Davis in for the draw. Won by him. Get that cross ice to Trevor Davis. Down below, that'll be number 8, Froisland. Froisland back up to Davis. Now over to number 9, Josh Froisland. Back up to Davis. Davis, long-range shot, just whistled wide. Now that'll be Davis. Puts that behind. Now a centering pass. That came out in front, knocked away. Cross ice pass to Trevor. Now back to Trevor on the return pass. He gives that cross ice. Back up to Davis at the point. Back down to number 9. This seems like the exact opposite of the Cougars' power play. Byron Center maintaining absolute control in the offensive zone. That'll be number 12, Myers. Myers walks into the slot, gives to number 9, a shot off the mask. That laid in front, and the Cougars will clear that all the way down. They'll dump that down on Stott into the corner to retrieve that. Will go penalty, I believe, or is that icing? Just icing. 59 remaining on the man advantage for the Bulldogs. Stevens off once again, 2 minutes for tripping. It'll be Jake Onstadt once more in for the draw in the right wing circle. Both centers called out. Replacements come in. That'll be number 8, Ben Clay. Now, that trickled to the left wing corner. They have that behind the net. That'll be 10 or more. Holds there, 52 remaining on the power play. Moore bustles out of his own zone, cross-ice pass. That'll be number 14, DeVry. Has that poked away, and the Bulldogs retreat to neutral ice. Moore puts on a spinner on a move to shake off Nelson, and the Bulldogs dump that in behind. That'll be Moore to play it. Knocked off the puck. Cougars control. Nelson will backhand that all the way down. Number 2, Nico Babanek, lost his glove, and it lays in the circle across the way. Now, number 22, Bright pulls up, gives to number 17, Nicolas, who will dump that all the way down. That'll be Golembeski to play it. 8 seconds remaining on the power play. Cougars clear that out. That'll be Onstadt. Tripped up, no call. Into the own zone. Cougars return to full strength. Moore has the puck picked off, but the Bulldogs regain control. That looks to be number 6, Golembeski. Golembeski, backhand pass to Rollins. Rollins will dump that up the ice. That'll go all the way down into the Bulldog zone. Number 15, Ryan Kovacic, back to retreat, or back to play it. 8:07 remaining here on the penalty, or here in the second period of play. They'll move that down. Number 24, Claremont. Claremont centering pass. Davis couldn't get a stick on it. That skittered wide. Now the Cougars are back the other way. Silva, cross-ice pass to number 12, Onstadt. Onstadt, shot on goal. Knocked down by Levi Saul. 7:43 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars leading 1-0. Draw will come to the right of Levi Saul. Left wing circle in the Cougars offensive zone. Draw won by the Cougars. A quick shot block. And Bulldogs will dump that all the way down for yet again another icing. 7:37 remaining here in the second period of play. It looks to be Jake Onstadt in for the draw. Grabowski won once more by the Cougars, but the Bulldogs control and dump that all the way down. That will be not on goal, so once more, third straight icing. Cougars outscoring their opponents this season, 27-20 in this second frame, while the Byron Center Bulldogs have put up 37 to their opponents' 13. Neither team scored a goal thus far. Number 8, Ben Clay, and number 19, Ryan Pratt. Warned is off the draw. The Cougars, a long shot wide of the net. And battle for that. That'll be Grabowski in the corner. Looking for it. Comes out. Still battle for it. That'll come out. Golembeski, a long shot on goal. Got through traffic. Saul didn't see it until the last second. Cougars control a long shot from the slot. High and wide. 7:04 remaining here in the second period of play. Now here come the Bulldogs the other way. That'll be Shepers. Shepers will dump that in on McClellan, who will cover with 6:54 remaining here in the second period of play. That is McClellan's fourth save of the period, eighth save of the game, blanking the Bulldogs thus far. Now it'll be number 12, Rory Myers, in for the draw. Some encroachment on the left side of the circle, won by the Cougars. That'll be Weirda. Puts that behind. Cougars dump that to Nelson. Nelson has the pucks. That's Weirda into the Bulldog zone. Cougars might have a chance. His shot on goal. Score! Number 7, Harvey Holloman gets the goal. His fourth of the year. And the Cougars take a 2-0 lead. 6:38 remaining here in the second period of play. Harvey Holloman got past the defense, a bouncing puck controlled, and he snapped it past the blocker's side of Levi Soul, and just like that, it is 2-0. 6:38 remaining. Draw at center. It'll be Onstadt with his opposite number, Rory Myers. Onstadt called out of the face-off circle. Referees being a little stingy, so it'll be Nelson to dig in with Myers. Byron Center Moore. And Myers called out of the face-off circle once more. Referees very strict on that tonight. Draw won by Byron Center after all of that dawdling. Now the Cougars dump that down into the corner, leading 2-0 off that goal by Harvey Holloman. It'll be played along the goal. Here's the announcement on the goal.
Harvey Holloman. Assistant number 12, Jake Onstadt.
Up at the point, Nelson. A shot intentionally wide. Taken by Moore as a stretch pass to Moore. Couldn't go. And now the Cougars dump that back in. That'll be number 11, Trevor Davis. Cross ice pass, number 24, Claremont bumped. And the Bulldogs control number 12. Myers gives to, now that'll be number 2, Burrich. And now a cross stretch pass picked off by the Bulldogs. That'll go to the near half wall at center. Holloman dumps that in on Saul. Turned aside, and now Moore will play. Gives cross ice. Number 22, Bright, couldn't control. Now the Cougars control in their own zone. Patterson off the boards. Picked off by DeVry. Cougars have that in their own zone. Patterson gives it up to Sova, who will turn around and fire that down behind Saul. That'll be number 11, Trevor Davis. Davis gives it up. That will be number 8, Friesland offsides. So with 5:02 remaining here in the second period of play, Cougars leading 2-0 off the most recent goal by Harvey Holloman, his fourth of the year. It'll be Silva in for the draw with Luke Nicolas at neutral ice. Won by Nicolas. Number 9, Friesland will dump that all the way around. That'll be number 2, Babinek. That's played off the high glass. In the corner, that's Sova. Sova has the puck poked away by Babinek. They battle for that off the wall. Well, Rubline couldn't get to that. They battle for that in the corner. Cougars come up with that in their own zone. Off the boards. They'll dump that down. That will go far enough for icing with exactly 4:30 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars leading the Bulldogs of Byron Center by a score of 2-0. That goal is the Cougars' 28th in the second period so far in the campaign. Draw to the left of McClellan on the right wing circle. It'll be Grabowski to dig in with Roddy Myers. Won by the Bulldogs. They control along the half wall. Moore chips that down. They go to battle for that. Sova in the circle. Gives that up to Benjamin Clay. Benjamin Clay leading a rush 3-on-2. He'll chip that off the board. Working to go get it for the Cougars. They have that. Battle for that there. 2-on-2. Still battling for it there. 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. Cougars come out of that. Lose the puck to the Bulldogs. Number 24, Claremont, lost it to Schwerking, who will dump that in. Into the right wing corner. Battling with it there. Stevens up at the point. Tries to poke that down. He's roughed up by number 12, Myers. Student section getting a little rowdy as Stevens was roughed up there by number 12, Rory Myers. No penalties will come of that, though. As with 3:39 remaining, Cougars leading 2-0. Draw will come to the left of Levi Saul in the right wing circle. It'll be Jake Onstott in with number 10, Logan Davis. Both captains going at it. Draw won by Byron Center. Trevor Davis will wrap that around to number 8, Jake Froisland. Gives that up to number 22, Mason Bright. Mason Bright circles around the net, chips that over to Trevor Davis. They battle for it out to neutral ice where the Cougars control. It'll be Mason Bright. They'll dump that in. Patterson backhands that out as Bright. He'll dump that in, but picked off by Onstott. 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the second period. Cougars leading 2-0. They play catch behind the net. Byrne couldn't find the puck, and that'll go out and back in to the Bulldog zone, and they chip that out to center. Cougars have it. That'll be Jake Onstott. Onstott in with Byrne. He's down the right wing side. That's a shot on goal just to the side of the net, as it looks to be Byrne who's cross-checked by Trevor Davis. He's not cross-checked, but taken down, jarring the net loose. So with 2:43 remaining, the Cougars will have an offensive zone draw to the left of Levi Saul. 2-0 Cougars lead. Line changes for the Cougars. And it looks to be Zach Grabowski in for the draw in the right wing circle. Once more by the Bulldogs. That'll be number 14, DeVry. As a stick went flying, almost hit the student section. As there's no netting along the glass near side. Now number 7, Suffers, goes flying into the boards, but not after he got a shot in behind the Cougars' net. Now that'll be Grabowski. Grabowski up with Schwerking, 2-on-2. He's into the left wing circle. Centering pass. Not to nobody in particular, is now Golombeski has it at the point, and that's tipped. That laid in the slot, and now a shot. They battle for it there. That's lays in front. Another shot. Big saves there by Levi Stahl. About 3 or 4 shots as that will go down for icing. Levi Stahl keeping the game at 2-0. Byron Center did not concede a goal last time out to the Northview Wildcats as they won 12-0 in that affair. But with 1:58, the Cougars leading 2-0. It'll be number 15, Gabe Silva, in for the draw. One along the boards by the Cougars. Moore couldn't handle that. And here's Silva with a chance in. Backhand shot well wide of the net. Now they move that up. That'll be Moore. Moving in 1-on-2 down the right wing. He loses the puck to Silva. Silva with 1:40 remaining. Almost loses the puck, battling for possession there at center ice. The Cougars have it. That'll be Hogan Weirda. Byron Center might have a chance here as they pull up at center. They'll dump that in. Hogan Weirda gloves that down. Has it. He'll chip that up and out of play near side. One of the hazards of having no glass or having no netting in front of the fans' seating area at Southside. Pucks and sticks could well come flying into the stands. 1:22 remaining here in the second frame. Cougars leading 2-0 over their rival, the Byron Center Bulldogs. Onstott with Davis in for the draw, won by the Cougars. That'll be Rubline in, gives cross ice to his defensive partner. They'll chip that out They couldn't get that net. Will roll in on Saul with 111. He'll cover for a stoppage of play. Draw off that. Will come to the right of Saul. They'll be on stat once more. Going up against Logan Davis. We have some infringement on the face-off circle, but no deal as Rubline will chip that in off the draw as we have a stoppage of play. Roughing on number 9, Nathan Rubline. So the Cougars will go on to their third penalty kill of the night as Keegan Pratt just about to come out from his 10-minute misconduct. Cougars leading 2-0 here. We'll go on the penalty kill. And if no goals happen for the Bulldogs, we'll have 55 seconds of elapsed time heading into the second period. Bulldogs will have a fresh sheet as that was rifled around into neutral ice. Number 9, Josh Freusland couldn't pick that up. Less than a minute remaining. 53 seconds to go. Freusland being challenged. Good penalty kill thus far by the Cougars. First 20 seconds of it is the Cougars control. Nelson will give that back to Patterson. Patterson will dump that in. Saul out of his net. Here's the announcement on the penalty. 15:55 of the second period is now. Weird gets his stick caught up as a cross-ice pass. That couldn't be corralled. And now the Cougars might have a chance here. 23 seconds. Here's Nelson. Nelson on the right wing. He goes behind that, loses the puck. Number 9, Freusland will knock him off the puck with 14 remaining. A long stretch pass to number 8, Freusland. Jake Freusland, a shot turned aside by the right pad of McClellan. Stevens will hold along the boards. That's Weirda. That'll pop free to the far side, and that will do it here for the second period of play as the Cougars add one more to their total to make it 2-0 over the Byron Center Bulldogs. When we come back, we'll have the second period recap, and we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside, here in Southside Ice Arena, where the Catholic Central Cougars, after 2 periods of play, lead the Byron Center Bulldogs by a score of 2-0. Cougars added one more in that second, bringing the score as is. The shots on goal in that period, Cougars had 10 shots on goal, while Byron Center added 6 more to their total. In total, the shots on goal are 22-10 in favor of the Cougars. Faceoffs in that period, Byron Center had a slight edge, winning 10 faceoffs to the Cougars 9. Byron Center has gone 0 for 3 on the power play tonight, while Catholic Central has gone 0 for 2. The goals thus far, Jake Onstadt, 10:04 into the first period of play, got a cross-ice feed from Harvey Holloman and potted it as it trickled past Levi Saul, making it 1-0. Then in the second period at 11:22, Harvey Holloman got his second point of the night, while Jake Onstadt got his first assist of the night, second point as well, as Harvey Holloman put it past the blocker side of Levi Saul, making it 2-0 in favor of the Cougars. Penalties thus far. In the second period, Keegan Pratt at 1:59 got a 5-minute major, 10-minute misconduct, leaving the Cougars an all-you-can-eat power play, but they could not convert. They couldn't really get anything going in that power play, as they rarely got into the zone of Byron Center. But Zach Stevens at 7:30 went off 2 minutes for tripping, followed by Nathan Rubline at 16:55, giving the Byron Center Bulldogs their present power play, as they will have 55 seconds of power play in that in the third period of play. Now we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. In the second period, the Griffins are trailing the Rockford Ice Hogs by a score of 1-0. Shots on goal favor the Ice Hogs by a tally of 12-8. William Pellier got the goal for the Ice Hogs with assists from Dennis Gilbert and Victor Edsel. Detroit Red Wings, as I said earlier, will face off in just about 10 minutes as they are in Calgary tonight playing the Flames. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for the OK-Roo Conference. Granville is playing Mona Shores. That game was at 5:30 p.m. That was in Muskegon. Well, West Ottawa faced off with Reese Puffer at 6:30. And later, about an hour ago, Rockford had puck drop with Forest Hills Central at Patterson Ice Arena. We have no score information on that. So, when we come back, we will have all the action of the third period as the Cougars look to fend off the Bulldogs' attack here on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back, Radio Rink side here in Southside Ice Arena, where the Catholic Central Cougars, after 2 periods of play, lead the Byron Center Bulldogs by a score of 2-0. Cougars will go right to left here in this period, wearing their home whites, while Byron Center will go left to right, wearing their road blacks. Across the way here at Southside Ice Arena in the other rink, we've got a game between the Aquinas Saints and the Michigan State Spartans. If you're listening to us live here inside Southside Ice Arena, you can go over and catch that game as it has not yet started. 17 minutes on the clock. Ryan McClellan in net to my right. Levi Saul in net to my left. Teams across the way ready. It'll be Jacob Onstad in for the draw with his counterpart, Rory Myers. Both called out of the face-off circle. I have no idea why. So Grabowski and Davis in, and we are underway here in the third period of play. Cougars leading 2-0 over the Byron Center Bulldogs. Now they move into the zone. Number 12, Myers will chip that in. Long pitchfork pass taken in their own zone to the Bulldogs as they move up ice. Here's number 8, long centering pass to number 12, Rory Myers. Doesn't go, and that is jumped all the way down with 38 seconds remaining on that carryover penalty to number 9, Nathan Rublin. So they move in. That'll be number 10, Davis. Davis circles around, gives it to his brother. Cross-ice pass. Now a shot on goal, high and wide. That came courtesy of Jake Freusland. Now they play along the right wing half wall. Centering pass attempt doesn't go through. Now up to the point, Davis. Cross-ice pass to Freusland. Freusland back up to Davis. Davis, long wrister shot, saved, blocked in front. Now we'll go behind the net. They have it up there. That's Davis. Now back up to his brother. Return pass to Logan. A shot on goal as they're back at full strength here. As Rublin out of the box, couldn't get a handle on that. He was bumped off the puck by Trevor Davis. And now they dump that back down. That was Josh Freusland. Put that behind. Cougars leading 2-0. Just over a minute has elapsed here in the third period of play. They battle for that along the boards. That's taken out by the Cougars. That will be Kevin Patterson. His pass deflects up and out of play into the Cougars bench across the way. 15:38 remaining here in the third period of play. Cougars leading 2-0 over the Bulldogs. Draw comes to the far side neutral dot of the Cougars. It'll be Silva, won by Silva. And the Cougars, that'll be Kevin Patterson, will dump that off the wall. Here's Silva. Rollins. Rollins behind the net, centering pass off the skate of Kovacic. That battle for that along the near half wall. Out chips out number 13, Ryan Rollins, who has that taken away, and the Cougars have to retreat into their own zone. That'll be Nathan Rublin. Fresh out of the box about a minute ago. They battle for that in the corner. Their side, Cougars leading 2-0. 2 minutes have gone by here in this first period as Rublin, or Connor Rollins, will chip that past number 15, Ryan Kovacic. They battle for that along the far corner. They have that. That pops out to the side of the net. Byron Center has that. That'll be Babinek. Babinek has the puck poked away. Number 24, Claremont. Once more poked away, and then the Bulldogs will retreat into their own zone. 14:29 remaining. Here in the third period, they cross pass off the boards. That'll be Breach to go and play that there. He holds up. Turnaround shot taken by Davis. Logan Davis gives that cross-ice pass, picked off. Then the Cougars deflect that to neutral ice. Schwerking couldn't get a handle on that as Grabowski got rumbled there by Mason Breed. And Cougars have that at center. That will be Golombeski to wrap that behind Saul. He touches that to the right wing corner. Kept in at the point by the Cougars. They move that down behind the net. That will be Grabowski. Grabowski protects the puck. Spin around shot wide of the net. That pops out right into the slot Cougars couldn't get a handle on that as Jake Freusland will up that down. That'll be Hogan Weirda. 13:30 remaining here in the third period of play. Cougars leading the Byron Center Bulldogs by a score of 2-0. That will go all the way down for icing off of a Cougar stick. So with 13:22 remaining, draw will come all the way back into the Cougar zone. Cougars outscoring their opponents in this third period of play this season by a score of 15-11, while Byron Center has nearly doubled their opponent's score at 20-9. Cougars off the draw, win that. Cougars kept in by Kovacic. That'll be played into the Cougar zone. That'll be Rubline out to play it. He circles behind the net. Moore goes falling into the boards off the glass. Cougars might have a chance the other way. Picked up. They're in on goal. Here is Nelson. Onstadt has the puck poked away. Now the Cougars, Patterson can't control the puck. Here's number 24, Claremont. Claremont in. Couldn't get a full shot off on goal as a penalty is coming up. Hooking is the call. No penalty shot of anything. Wait, we actually might have a penalty shot. No, excuse me. No penalty shot. Definitely a candidate for one. Though it's Kevin Patterson will go off 2 minutes for hooking. Here with 12:48 remaining. Cougars so far have gone 3 for 3 on the penalty kill as the Cougars win the draw. They hold that behind the net. Wrapped around, no penalty called as the Cougar was checked behind the play. That was Nathan Rubline as Byron Center regroups in their own end. 1:43 remaining here on the power play as that's off the boards. McClellan could have got a handle on that as they try to wrap around. Couldn't go there. 1:30 remaining. They battle for that. Here's the announcer on the penalty. Now they put that behind. Another penalty coming up to the Cougars for cross-checking. There goes Saul. Moore up at the point. Bulldogs have an extra attacker. Speaking of which, that's Davis. Gives over to Moore. Moore, 12 minutes remaining. Cross-ice pass couldn't go as that's deflected. The Cougars have that. Excuse me, that's Davis. Davis a shot. That's corralled on goals. McClellan picks up, and it'll be a 5-on-3 for the next 1:04. Cougars looking to stave off that growing Byron Center attack. Cross-checking is the call for the Cougars on number 9, Nathan Rubline. Cougars will go 5-on-3. It'll be Hogan Weirda and the two captains, Nelson and Onstadt. In for the draw, it'll be Onstadt, won by the Cougars. Weirda will rifle that around, kept in at the point, though, by Freusland. Gives near side, back to Freusland. He puts that down to the line, back up to Freusland, back over to Davis. Davis cross-ice pass to Freusland. Freusland lets a shot go up into the paraphernalia of McClellan. He will hold for a whistle. With 11:36 remaining in the period, 48 remaining on the 5-on-3. It'll be Onstadt once more in for the draw with Davis. That's Logan Davis. Off the tie-up. Bulldogs come out of that. That's near side to Davis. A shot. That deflected up into the slot. They put that down. Number 12, Myers couldn't handle that. Now it's back up to Davis at the top of the slot. Over. They put that down. Now a centering pass blocked in front and another shot saved. They battle for it. Scramble in front. And it's eventually covered by McClellan. My goodness, what a scramble in front that was. McClellan had a hard time finding the puck, but with 28 remaining on the man advantage, on the two-man advantage, Cougars got a little bit of respite. Draw will come to the right of McClellan. It'll be Nelson and Davis off the tie-up. Backhand pass by the Bulldogs. That will go all the way down Stahl into the middle of the slot to play that to number 11, Trevor Davis. Cross-ice pass, long stretch pass. They have that on the left wing circle. Back Up to number 9, Freusland. Over to Davis. Davis cross ice pass. That was deflected wide by Clay. 6 seconds remaining on the two-man advantage. Now they have that. Davis back up to Davis. Cross ice pass. Have it there. Back up to Davis. Trevor Davis. A shot just wide there off the side of the net. Big scramble there by McClellan to keep it at 2-0 as it went off the side of the net. Logan Davis had a beauty of an opportunity, but couldn't capitalize as the Cougars return to 4 men on the ice. 10:43 remaining. Cougars had a wonderful job staving off the Bulldog attack, especially here on the power play, as now they have that behind the net. That'll be number 22, Breet. Breet puts that down. Bulldogs control along the corner. Weirda takes his man to the boards as Stevens will dump that down. That'll be number 4, Moore, who will retreat into his own zone. He'll circle around, pressured by Onstadt. Moore tries to get up the boards, puts that into the corner, and he'll go retrieve that himself. Moore behind the net, centering pass. Couldn't go there as Brate takes a Cougar to the corner. Weirda has that. He'll launch that all the way down with about 18 seconds stall out of his net to play it. 12 seconds remaining. One last chance for the Cougars as a beauty of an opportunity as Nelson had the puck picked off as 5 seconds to go. Nelson again checks the puck. Nelson, a great defense there on the offense as McClellan out of his net to play it as the Cougars stave off a 5-on-3 with 9:45 remaining. Cougars leading 2-0 over the Byron Center Bulldogs. Draw off that cover by McClellan will come all the way to the left of him. Into the right wing circle, it'll be Davis and Onstadt. Won by Davis. That'll be number 15, Kovacic. Up at the point, long shot. That flooded high. And now the Cougars might have an opportunity back the other way. Here's Holloman. Holloman gives to Nelson. Nelson powering in. Big save by Saul along the boards near side. That'll be Nelson. Nelson battling for it. 2-on-2. Kovacic will come up with the puck. Pass intercepted by Onstadt. He'll retreat to center ice. At the center face-off circle. He loses that, and Davis knocks that down with a stick. He'll give that cross ice to his defensive partner. He's motoring up the boards, gives cross ice to number 7, Sheppers, who will put that behind. That'll be number 2, Babinek bumped off the puck. Cougars. Grabowski battling for it there. Comes up to number 12, Myers. Myers, a shot blocked, and the Cougars have a chance the other way. Here's Rubline will dump that in. That hit the referee. Now Sheppers. Golombeski tries to put that up. Schwerking taken high. And we have a hand pass in the neutral zone with 8:31 remaining. So the draw will come to the left of McClellan. It'll be Onstadt and his counterpart, won by Myers, and that will go all the way into neutral ice where number 5, Collard, will play the puck for Byron Center. Big knock off the puck by Grabowski, and Schwerking's hammered up high by number 22, Mason Breet. Now here's number 8, a shot wide. That came courtesy of Jake Freusland. Now that puck will deflect up and out of play off a Cougars stick, so it will stay in the Cougars zone with 8:06 remaining here in the second period of play. Or third period, excuse me. Draw will come to the right of McClellan. Student section getting pretty rowdy for the Cougars. Down to my right, it'll be Davis who wins the draw for Byron Center. Number 14, DeVry, will retreat to the neutral zone. A long shot, glove down by McClellan. That was headed wide of the net. just as well. Draw come to the right wing circle in the Cougars defensive zone. 7:58 remaining. That'll be number 10, Logan Davis, in to play it. In the face-off circle off the tie-up, they battle for that along the left wing boards. They put that down up to the Cougars, who charge out of the zone. Byrne had tried to bounce that off, but Moore intercepts, and that'll go back into the Cougars zone where they have it. Weirda, a long stretch past to Patterson, who couldn't handle that off the boards. He's pressured by Claremont. Patterson gives it up to Nelson. Nelson moves it off the boards. Onstock taken to the wall by DeVry. No play, and the Bulldogs move up the other way. Pass intercepted beautifully by Onstock. And the Cougars, Patterson has that. Will spin around. Nelson will chip that down into the Byron Center zone. 7:12 remaining. That'll be number 14, DeVry. DeVry, pass deflected to the other side of the ice. Across the way, here comes number 8, Freusland. Freusland couldn't get a shot off. He tries to wrap around, takes a Cougar down with him. 6:55 remaining. Now the puck is taken by the Cougars. They'll try to center that down. That'll be Rollins, who couldn't get its handle on the puck as Byron Center. Big takedown by Rollins. Took down number 15, Kovacic. Now Cougars have a chance the other way here. They'll chip that down wide of Saul. 6:31 remaining. Here Rubline goes to a knee, battling for the puck across the way. Byron Center controls. They'll motor out of their own zone. Long stretch pass doesn't go, and that will go all the way down for icing. 6:15 remaining here in the third period of play. Cougars leading 2-0. Cougars have had 22 shots on goal tonight. None in the third period here. Byron Center has had 4 in the third, bringing their total to 14. Draw in the left wing circle of the Cougars offensive zone off the tie-up. They chip that off the ice. That'll go out to neutral ice. Ben Clay in a counter in a race for the puck with his counterpart. He wins that, and the Bulldogs might have a chance here. Number 12, cross-ice pass. That laid in the slot for a second ago. Cross-ice pass. Diving attempt. Big save. Oh, my goodness. Big defensive play there by Zachary Stevens, who had to lay out to block the puck, as now they have a chance once more in the slot. They laid in front, and now move out to that captain Schwerking to play it there. That'll be Clay tries to get around the defense, but Kent Davis will pick up the puck, lays that off the boards. Grabowski checked offsides, delayed for the Cougars as the Bulldogs regroup in their own zone. The Cougars will poke that back down. That'll be number 15, Kovacic. Kovacic off the glass. That laid in the slot. Onstock pokes the puck. He's in. Centering pass doesn't go. That'll lay in the right wing corner for Onstock. Who'll drop pass. Cougars long centering pass. Onstock has it there. He pinned up against the boards. He moves that behind. That'll be Nelson. Nelson tries to fire that around, but number 24, Claremont, has a chance, but he's offsides. As Nelson is pressured by Moore, delayed offside still as Nelson is motoring up the left wing. He's in to the left wing circle, behind the net, into the corner. Off the boards, check, and we have a Byron Center penalty coming up. Interference is the penalty with 4:40. That'll be number 15, Ryan Kovacic. Here going off. 2 minutes for interference. Cougars leading the Byron Center Bulldogs by a score of 2-0. Draw will come to the right of Saul. That'll be Onstock in for the draw with Logan Davis. Some encroachment on the left side, or the right side of the circle. Referees are awful stingy about that tonight, and off that tie-up, Cougars have it at the point. That's weird. Cross, nice pass. They'll dump that down. Back up to Now here comes number 10, Logan Davis. Motors in. Once he reaches the line, he'll dump that in.
For the York Cougars on a Southside Ice Arena power play.
Byron Center will dump that back in. That dump in came courtesy of Jack Collard. Cougars behind the net, 1:33 remaining on the power play, which they have yet to score a goal on. Here's Nelson down the wing. He's bumped off the puck. Weirda, miscommunication there as he manages to keep that in. That will be Onstad. Onstad centering pass. Cougars have it up to Weirda. Weirda gives cross ice to Onstad. To Nelson. Nelson down to Onstad. Onstad works down the wing. A centering pass that's jammed up in Sal's pads. With 1:06 remaining, he'll cover. 2-0, the Cougars lead. 1:06 remaining on the penalty to Ryan Kovacic. It'll be Jake Onstad in for the draw in the left wing circle of the offensive zone off the tie-up. That'll squirt back to Weirda. Weirda into the slot. That shot's deflected. Saul couldn't get a handle on it. Now they have that down. Byron Center across the way. Bounce pass to number 22, Breet. Breet motoring down the left wing. He tries the wraparound attempt, but he's fallen off there. Now Davis couldn't get a shot blocked there. As the Cougars will come back the other way. Now we'll go behind the net. Byron Center Bulldogs have it there. Long stretch pass that will not go for icing as Cougars still on the power play here. 27 seconds as the net is dislodged by number 12, Rory Myers, as he was taken to the net hard. So 3:04, 25 remaining on the penalty to Kovacic. Cougars leading 2-0 here. Joe come all the way out to neutral ice. Nolan's water bottle came off as they have to repeg the net. That'll be number 17, Nicolas, in for the draw with Silva. Gabe Silva, the only freshman on this Cougars team. As Byron Center delayed off the draw. That was Claremont who jumped early. He'll head in to the face-off circle. Won by Claremont. He's knocked down to the boards by Rubline. Saul still occupies the net to my left. Now a centering pass picked off by the Cougars. And here they come the other way, 3-on-2. That'll be Rollins. Rollins couldn't be knocked off the puck. He circles, big circle. Down the left wing circle. Centering pass to Rollins, a shot. Byron Center returns to full strength, and Moore might have a chance. He's in alone on Moore, shoots it, scores! And that makes it 2-1 as they cut the deficit in half. That was Moore, took a pass off the glass, and he motored in on McClellan and put it through the pads, 5-hole, and it is now 2-1 Cougars as they see their deficit slashed in half. Moore getting the goal. Tanner Moore getting his 10th goal of the season to give him 22 points on the campaign. Now Collard gives cross ice, number 14, clearing attempt right in on McClellan. He leaves that there for Hogan Weirda. Hogan Weirda. Here's the announcement on the goal. So Davis gets the assist. We'll move that down into the corner. Cougars working in the offensive zone. Weirda backhands that. And Clay once again backhands that down. Collard behind the net. Battles for it there in the right wing circle. 1:53 remaining. Saul can't get to the bench as the puck is kept in his zone. Moore, who just got the lone goal as that goes up and hits a light fixture above the ice. We got 1:37 remaining. Levi Saul still looking to vacate the net, but he can't do so as the Cougars have kept the puck in the zone. 1:37 remaining. Cougars leading 2-1 here. Student section very rowdy. We have a timeout here. Timeout for Byron Center, and we'll pause. You're listening to Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside here in Southside Ice Arena. Coming off that timeout by Byron Center. Draw will come to the left wing offensive circle for the Cougars. It'll be Jake Onstadt in for the draw. 1:37 remaining. 2-1 off the tie-up. Byron Center controls. They'll dump that down. Cougars intercept that. That's Weirdo. He'll dump that back in. Levi Saul out of his net. Go blue, go white chant coming from my right in the student section. The Bulldogs backhand net behind the net, number 12. Now a centering pass, they couldn't bang away on that, and they couldn't go as that'll be wrapped around. Levi Saul has vacated the net to my right, or to my left, excuse me. That will go far enough for icing, just barely. As number 11, Trevor Davis, is back to touch the puck up for that icing call. 1:06 remaining. Cougars and Bulldogs tied. Cougars lead the Bulldogs 2-1. Byron Center has pulled Levi Saul, so it gives them a 6-on-5 advantage here. In for the draw, it'll be Logan Davis to the right of McClelland, won by the Bulldogs. Trevor Davis up at the point, gives to Moore. Moore already has a goal tonight. That was blocked in front, right in front of McClelland as we're less than a minute to go. Cougars battle for that behind the net. That'll come up to the right wing half wall. They move that up to the left wing point. Tie up. Davis couldn't handle that. The puck laid to the left. And a penalty coming up as Onstadt was taken down along the far side with 41.7 seconds left. The Cougars will go on the power play. Number 9, Josh Froisland, committing the penalty that'll put the Cougars up for another, up a man for the remainder of the game, barring they don't score. That'll be Jake Onstadt in for the draw on the right wing offensive circle, won by the Cougars. That'll be Hogan Weird, a wrist shot into the corner. Battle for that there. That'll be Collard. Pass, that'll go in. Davis, no icing there. Davis centering pass, that came out in front. Oh my goodness, close call there for the Cougars. There goes Saul. 6th or 5th attacker on, but the Cougars control. That will be Rollins, a long shot that will sneak in. Danny Nelson gets his 13th of the year on the power play. That will virtually put the game away as he put that just inside the right post. And the Cougars take a 3-1 lead with 12.1 seconds left. That will virtually put the game away as the Cougars look to knock off the 12-3-0 Byron Center Bulldogs. Fought off the attack all night, and Moore brought the game back within 1 as the Cougars off the draw. Rubline will dump that in. 6 seconds remaining. They have that there. Byron Center controls, and that will just about do it as the Catholic Central Cougars defeat the Byron Center Bulldogs by a score of 3-1 here in a close one at Southside Ice Arena.
Number 18, Danny Nelson.
Danny Nelson gets the goal. So when we come back, we'll have all the game stats and highlights and a final look at the out-of-town scoreboard here on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside here in Southside Ice Arena, where the Catholic Central Cougars just recently defeated the Byron Center Bulldogs by a score of 3-1. Right now, we'll take a look at the game recap. Scoring went 1 for Catholic Central in the first, 1 for Catholic Central in the second, and both teams scored a goal in the third to bring the final to a score of 3-1. Shots on goal for Cougars: 12 in the first, 10 in the second, and 1 in the third period of play, giving them a total of 23. Byron Center shot 4 in the first, 6 in the second, and 5 in the third, bringing their total to 15. Face-offs tonight: Cougars were 25 of 51, while Byron Center got the better of the Cougars in the face-off circle, getting 26 on the night. For on the power play, Cougars went 0 for 3 on the night, while Byron Center went 0 for 5. Goals in the game: the Cougars broke open the scoring with Jake Onstadt when he got a pretty feed from Harvey Holloman cross ice from right to left in the offensive zone, and it trickled through Levi Saul's pads to make it a 1-0 game. Cougars again added 1 in the second. Those two players capitalizing once more. However, it was flipped as Harvey Holloman gets the goal and Onstadt the assist. And then in the third, Tanner Moore got his 10th of the year with assist from Trevor Davis as he motored in on a breakaway and put it right 5-hole past McClelland, making the score 2-1 in favor of the Cougars. However, Danny Nelson would put the game away at 16:48 of the third to give the Cougars a 3-1 lead. That would stand until the final buzzer. Penalties tonight: Ryan Rollins in the first went off for high sticking at 5:13, while Trevor Davis went off cross-checking at 10:28. Keegan Pratt at 1:59 got a 5-minute major and a 10-minute misconduct for checking from behind. Cougars couldn't convert on that all-you-could-eat power play, but then Zach Stevens committed tripping penalty that sent him off for 2 minutes at 7:30. Nathan Rubline went off 2 for roughing at 16:55 in that second. Then in the third, Kevin Patterson went off for hooking for 2 minutes. At 5:10, Nathan Rubline went off cross-checking at 6:08. Ryan Kovacic went off 2 for interference at 12:20. And then Josh Feuerland got that penalty late for cross-checking at 16:19. That will Levi Saul on the night made 20 saves on 22 shots, 2 goals against. That one empty netter came courtesy of Danny Nelson. Ryan McClelland made 14 saves on the night for 15 shots, giving him 1 goal against. Now we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Grand Rapids Griffins tied with the Rockford Ice Hogs at 1 apiece. That is at the end of the second down in Rockford, Illinois. For the Griffins, Jake Chelios got the goal. And meanwhile, in the NHL, the Wings are tied with the Flames at the end of 1 at 0. Aquinas Saints playing across the rink here at Southside, playing Michigan State. They are tied 0-0 at the end of 1. Well, that just about does it for us here tonight. Next Saturday, the Cougars will be back here to face the St. Edwards Eagles at noon. We'll be on the air for that about 11:55. Until then, my name is Reagan Cleves from Southside Ice Arena as the Cougars defeat the Byron Center Bulldogs by a score of 3-1. Thanks for listening. Good night, everybody.